Hey, what's up everyone? Mark Price here with devslopes.com, and in this video we are going to learn how to download Xcode so we can actually start building apps. This is the very first step, and you can't really build apps unless you have the tools to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Safari. You can do this with Google Chrome as well, but we're going to go with Safari. Keep it the Apple way. And one thing I will let you know is some of the Apple tools and websites that they have don't work unless you use Safari. So whenever working with apple.com, you want to use Safari. And what we've just done is gone to developer.apple.com. If you don't have an account as a registered Apple developer, you need to sign up first. It's absolutely free. And you can do that by clicking account, and then you can register your account like so. Go through those steps. After you do have an account already, from developer.apple.com, all you need to do is click develop. And you're going to see a few things here: Xcode, Swift, documentations, videos, downloads, and they've done a really nice job in making development really easy. This did not used to be like this. It's much better now. Okay, so I highly encourage you to read the documentation, read these links. As a brand new developer, you want to read everything. You may be used to speed reading and going through things really fast. That's how I was. You can't do that anymore. Every single word matters, and you need to read everything. But in this case, we're going to download something. So let's go ahead and click Downloads. And after you've signed in, you're going to see a series of downloads here. And let's just talk about a few things. First things first is you're going to need Xcode 9 beta. Okay, this is going to require that you update to the latest Mac OS. Okay, now don't update to the beta, which is currently High Sierra. Okay, beta operating systems are very unstable. Okay, but you are going to need the latest Mac OS in order to download Xcode Beta 9. Now, why didn't we go to the App Store? Well, we could have. We could have, on our Mac, did Command Space and then type in App Store. And then we can search for Xcode. And you'll see there's Xcode right here. Well, the difference is the Xcode that's available on the App Store is always the latest release version, okay? Not the beta version. We're going to use the beta version because it gives us access to Swift 4 and iOS 11. Now, when iOS 11 and Swift 4 are officially released, you'll want to download it from here instead, okay? So if you're watching this video and Xcode 9 is available, okay, you're going to get it right here. If iOS 11 is out, come to the App Store and download it here. Otherwise, go to developer.apple.com and we're going to download the beta. One more thing I want to talk about. When it comes to beta software, there can be bugs and there can be problems, but they're pretty close to the final result. So maybe you're asking, well, is it bad that I'm learning these new things that aren't even released? Well, no, you're kind of ahead of the game here, and it'll at least give you a chance to do some debugging and problem solving if you do run into code issues. And of course, we'll cover some of those problems and issues as updates and changes are made, so nothing to worry about here. But you're going to want to go ahead and download Xcode 9 beta, and again, I highly recommend that you do not install the latest Mac OS, High Sierra, or any beta version of Mac OS, because it could destroy your computer. It's very hard to install sometimes, as well as the iOS 11 beta or any beta software for iOS. Okay, they're very well known to break phones and cause lots of problems, and you can't install certain types of apps, and a lot of things will break. So if you have a test device and you really want to get the cutting edge beta version of iOS, you can do that, but don't do it on your main phone. Trust me now, okay? Trust me now. I promise you, you won't regret not installing this. And after you install it, you'll come back to me and you'll be like, you were right, Mark, you know. But for those of you who don't believe me, just go ahead and install it and then come back to me in about a week and tell me how miserable your life is. So go ahead and click download on Xcode 9 beta. And that is downloading now. Okay, now that it's downloaded, wherever you saved it, ours is saved in downloads, okay? All we're gonna do here, all right, is we're gonna double click the Xcode 9 beta file. It's gonna verify, it's gonna take a while, and if your computer's a little bit slower, it'll take a great while. It's expanding. Again, it's still part of the process and may take a while. Okay, and Xcode beta has finished downloading. As you can see, it's here in my downloads folder, and all you have to do is take this icon that says Xcode beta and make sure it says beta on it. If it doesn't say beta, you've got the wrong thing, and it has a little red icon badge at the top left there. And all you need to do is take this and drag it into your applications folder. Now I've already done that, and so if we go into my applications, somewhere down here, we've got an Xcode beta. and you can see the difference. There's Xcode and Xcode Beta. They can run side by side without any problems. One more thing I do want to talk to you about, if you do have an existing Xcode project, let's say built with some version of Xcode 8, you may open it with Xcode Beta, and it could upgrade your files in your Swift to the newest version, and you may or may not want to do that, and it's hard to reverse that. So just be very careful opening existing projects in the new Xcode Beta if you don't want to migrate them and upgrade them. And one more really important thing, you will not be able to submit apps to the App Store with iOS 11 until it's officially released. So if you were thinking, oh, I'm going to make this cool iOS 11 app and submit it tomorrow, you got to wait. We got the early access here, so this is really cool, but you got to wait till it comes out, and then Apple will accept those apps. And so if you do have existing apps, you may want to start upgrading them to iOS 11 so they're ready on day one when iOS 11 comes out. But just a few things there. Xcode is officially installed, and to test it out, all you have to do is double-click the icon that is now in your applications folder. And there you have it. It is loaded, and you are good to go. So we've done a few things in this video. We've gone to developer.apple.com. We talked about registering as an Apple developer. We also talked about what the difference between the Xcode on the App Store is versus what's on the developer.apple.com. We've also talked about how it's absolutely ridiculous for you to install iOS 11 or any iOS beta on your phone because it's probably going to break. And then you're not going to be able to use any of your apps and things like that. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Same with Mac OS High Sierra or any type of beta Mac OS. For an example, I tried installing it on one of our dev computers the other day, and it took 6 times to try and install it. It failed after all 6 times. My hard drive was completely wiped. And so again, be very careful with those, but you're pretty safe with Xcode Beta. So good to go. Let's go ahead and call this video done and then actually start moving on to writing code. Mark Price at devslopes.com. See you soon.